I am Ed Arnott, President of the Hearts Content Missing Heritage Society Incorporated, and this is our weekend.
What's happening here today?
Oh my goodness, we've got a lot of events. We have our Heritage Center open, brand new Heritage Center that we opened yesterday, and that'll be open again now today and tomorrow. We've got this tremendous flower show, which we started last year and we're now having annually, we hope. We have the Rendell Forge open. Blacksmiths are down there now, and it's open. We have what we call the House of Commons. That'll open, I think it's 1 o'clock that opens. And that's an interesting place. Let me see, what else? We have firefighters selling fries and snacks, and the Rug and Quilt Show. I don't think I mentioned that. That's ongoing, and the ladies are fabulous. What we're about is trying to preserve and present the past, the cultural heritage of Hearts Content. You know, we own and operate 3 buildings that are all over 100 years old, and we've renovated some of them over 100 years old. Were springing leaks, showing rotten wood. They were starting to become dilapidated, and then we restored them. So we're very, very proud of having done that.
And we have Mr. Ted Rowe here.
I'm fine.
So you and Mr. Arnott have been working hard on this event?
Indeed we have.
Yeah, he's my better half.
Mr. Rowe, you've been a founding member of the Heritage Society, and you've been writing for decades. You are a celebrated author.
Yes, he is.
And you have done a lot for this community. How does that make you feel?
Well, it's very rewarding to see yesterday the opening of the Hearts Content Heritage Center. We've been working on that together, the Missing Heritage Society and the Hearts Content Community Development Corporation, for about 4 years. So to see it come to completion yesterday was really, it was an uplifting experience for me, actually, and the opening ceremonies went, I thought, very well.
Yeah, thank you. I'm so glad it did. Yes, it did.
Yeah, and it was really a Missing Heritage project. We just helped get it off the ground in the beginning by providing some funding and by providing a bit of organizational support in the first year or two. But it's basically a Missing Heritage project, and we're very pleased to have been a part of getting it off the ground in the beginning.
So we still have quite a bit of summer. What are your plans?
Well, this is the big event of the summer right now, this weekend, the Heritage Days weekend, with all of the events that are going on around the community, as I'm sure you know about, but especially the flower show. The flower show is the part of the Heritage Days weekend that the Development Corporation sponsors and has put together and came up with the idea, actually, of celebrating Hearts Content's connection with geraniums. And we started out just by putting some geraniums around the community, and then it evolved last year into this flower show, which has grown from last year to this year, and hopefully it'll continue to grow, and we'll be able to make it one of the anchor events of Hearts Content during the summertime.
Will you be here for this weekend?
Yes.
I'd like to say that while the Development Corporation slows down a little bit between now and Christmas time, Missing Heritage Society, we have monthly kitchen parties at our Arts Center. We have some great concerts coming up. A group called Forever Young are going to do the British Invasion rock and roll concert 2 nights, and we expect them to sell out. They've already sold out one night. They'll sell out the other night. Ted's band, I don't know if you know, he has a band called Crooked Stovepipe. Best bluesgrass band, not only in Newfoundland, probably in the country. And they're going to entertain at the Arts Center on November 1st, I believe. We've got Sherry Ryan coming up at there. My point is, we've got a lot of events yet to come This is a highlight, of course, Heritage Days weekend, and we won't be resting until maybe we'll have a break over Christmas.
Now, listening to all that, you have to have come to the conclusion that the Mizzen Heritage Society is the outgoing society. We're much more withdrawn and reclusive in the Development Corporation.
Reclusive, Ted Rowe, reclusive. I believe he said that.
We really don't sponsor events on an ongoing basis the same way that Mizzen Heritage does. This is our big event. It's geraniums. We tend to work on things that are of a long-term benefit to the community rather than social events. This is as much a social event as it is a historical event. But they're the outgoing social types in Mizzen Heritage.
Well, I have to tell you that what we do is supported so well and so kindly and financially, as well as supporting in other ways by the Hearts Content Development Corporation, and the things we do are supported by Ted and his group. And to be honest, that Heritage Centre, for example, which we're so proud of, I don't think would have happened if it wasn't for the support of the Community Development Corporation. So we're working hand in hand on these.
Yeah, and I think really the two organizations work extremely well together, and probably a model for something rather, a model for something working well.
Yeah, well, there's other partners too, of course. We couldn't do the things we do without the support of the town council, for example. And they've been very supportive, and each step along the way, they're involved, and we're glad to have their support for sure.
So just an introduction here today. This is sponsored by the Mizzen Heritage Society, and we've been a society since 1994. And this is our third year of having a rug and quilt show. And you can see in the pictures before, I'm sure that you can see all the rugs and quilts. And we also have tea, coffee, and some Purity biscuits, because Purity is a Newfoundland company, and they make all kinds of cookies. And that's about it for today. We're open till 5 o'clock, and you can have a cup of tea or coffee and enjoy the day.
Hi, my name is Valerie, and I'm a hooker here in Hearts-Content. And this is one of the mats that we've done, big mats like this for the floor. This is a frame that we use. This is some pillows here that we've done. These are hand hooked. And this mat here. This one's from Sandra Warren, and we use burlap like this. This is what we have for burlap like this, red dot like this, and we have our pattern, then we throw out our pattern.
Do you create your own pattern?
Yeah, we can create our own, or we share our patterns. This is one here of the jelly bean houses in St. John's. Just draw it off with a marker, and then we'll trace it onto the burlap. Yeah. And then I use this Briggs Mitten wool. And this is t-shirt material. We cut it like the t-shirts, and a lot of people use this t-shirts too. And just cut it out like you would when you're cutting with your mat and your ruler and your cutter.
And you have a few things on the wall.
Yeah, I have my mats are over there on that wall. Be careful to step in it. And this is another frame here. Like some people use as a frame like this. This one's work in progress. This one here is mine.
Oh, we were whimsical. It's beautiful. I'm a rug hooker myself.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's nice.
I'm in a group in St. John's.
In St. John's? Okay.
Yeah.
Yep. Yep. And here's mine. Yep.
When did you do this one?
I done this one last year after Christmas. Yep. And I think this all on this wall is mine. Yeah, it is. Yeah. The one's over there.
How many do you do per year?
It all depends. depends, like if you can do several, or if you're doing small ones, you could do several small ones. But if you're doing the larger ones, like sometimes it took me up so high as 2 years, probably 3 years to finish a big mat, right? I'm after doing several now of Soul Song, and I haven't done much this winter, but I'm doing one for the Orange Lodge, a lady in Witherden bought the Orange Lodge down there, and I'm doing one for her now, trying to get that one finished. So I've been working at that one just for all winter.
Do you take students?
Well, we have it here Tuesdays. We come here at 1 o'clock, and if anybody wants to come, and students is allowed to come. We don't mind bringing students if they want to learn. We'll break. Yep. We really enjoy it. It's a day out. Okay.
Hi, my name is Gloria Pynn, and that's my design. I took 2 years to do that one.
You did the pattern?
Yeah.
You have a very rich palette.
Thank you. And that one, this one's mine. That took me probably 6 months. I did that one in 6 months.
You like parrots?
I just love colorful things. So that's why I did it. Just that.
What about this one?
No, it's not mine. That belongs to another girl. Oh, and this is my next pattern, but I gotta blow it out.
So what do we have here?
It's a fisherman with all lobsters and stuff.
When do you plan to start?
September, when I goes back to hooking again. We goes back in September. And it's a good day up every Tuesday.
Thank you.
Hi, I'm Wendy Hunter. I'm with the Mizzen Heritage group here in Hearts Content, and we have also a quilt show here today. And one of the interesting things about quilts is that they span a lot of time. People have been making quilts here in the outports for generations. At first, they would make them out of necessity. They would cut up old clothing and whatever they had just to make things to stay warm. But over the years, people got to have more ideas, and they made fancier things. They would embroider something perhaps to make it a little more cheerful. And then by later times, people began piecing quilts and appliquing quilts to make more elaborate patterns. And there was a bit of a competition sometimes amongst the women to make prettier and better and different quilts. And now we have a lot of people quilting with machine, as this one is done. There's a machine that does this, as opposed to the olden days when they were either tied or sewn by hand. And now people, of course, go out and buy particular colors to suit particular decor, which is also an interesting thing. Over here we have a quilt that's done in a different way. It's been pieced in such a way that the batting's kind of fluffed up here and coming through. This is a baby quilt, so it's made of flannelette. And we have lots of different patterns here. On the back wall here we have some other different quilts. These ones are mostly appliqued. There are different patterns, and this one here is called the Cathedral Window pattern. It is made from hundreds and hundreds of pieces, all sewn together by hand. Quite a work of art and very heavy. The lady who made this was actually in her 90s when she made this, which is quite an event in itself. This is a baby quilt, also appliqued and made for a particular child. And so we have lots of different quilts here, and they sort of span generations, and people are still making quilts, still enjoying them, and we're very happy to have these here today.
When did you do yours?
These quilts, these ones here were made, I'm going to say some to 25 years ago. They're not new. The newest quilt I have made here is probably this one. But I'm kind of in retirement now. However, I still enjoy them.
They are getting more and more complicated.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, they're much more complicated. There are quilting guilds, and there are fabrics that are made specially for quilting. You can buy panels that are pre-designed to be quilted, and that's an easy way to start quilting. If you don't want to take the problem, work it out yourself, you can always just buy a piece of pre-made blocks, they're called, and just quilt it yourself. And they make a rug. You can hang them on the wall. You can put them on a bed. You can do what you like with them.
Some people use this sewing machine, long arm.
Yes.
What do you use?
I'm sorry, I'm very old-fashioned. I've just done the old needle and thread like my grandmother and great-grandmothers did before me. So we have one of my grandmothers. She was born in 1882, and she would get up to 12 or 13 stitches to the inch, which is white on white, generally speaking, because the backing used to always be white. Now we have polyester batting of different cloths, and in the days gone by it was cotton, which could get a bit lumpy at times, and probably was much heavier. But, and of course in the olden days we used pure cottons, and today a lot of people use polyesters, which are a different feel as well. Some people are more purists than others. Some like the old ways, some like the new ways, and I like it all. I think it's great.